Now, welcome back to Trad Tunes at Lunch, another week, and sorry for the technical hitch there a moment ago. For all you who were tuning in, sorry for cutting off the feed, but we're back now, and if somebody can maybe send a message to let me know that the orientation, the screen is looking a little bit better. Now, we don't want to be starting off the week with the back to front or inside out or anything like that. It's a long week ahead. We don't want to get off to a start like that. Okay, I see people coming back on now, and as I said, if you can let me know that the orientation, there you go, Stephen, thank you very much. You're my technical advisor there, all the way from Missouri. Thanks for keeping me on track. So going back to the tune that we're going to look at today, it was composed by Brendan Tonra, who came from the townland of Gowlan, just outside Newcastle, over the border in Mayo, but very close to Sligo. We love trying to claim everybody as a Sligo musician, but we can't do that today because Brendan was definitely a proud Mayo man for sure. He composed, I think, his first tune in 1954, and then he made his way to set up a life in Boston. And Brendan lived in the Boston area for many years until he passed away, I think maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. I had the fortune of meeting Brendan over in Boston in 1998, and prior to that my fiddle teacher Paddy Ryan had showed me a book of tunes that Brendan had put together called The Musical Journey, I think, or The Musical Voyage of Brendan Tonra, and it had some great tunes, and I learned some of those when I was younger. And then in 1998 I found myself in Boston in America for the first time on the Coltis tour of North America, and we played a concert in Walton, which is a western suburb of Boston, a place very associated with the great musician Larry Reynolds, who was a really great figure there in Walton and Boston for many years. But anyhow, we played there one of the nights, and the following morning, as we came back from where we've been staying, the host families, to be bussed off to the next stand, waiting for me there at the bus was Brendan Tonra, and he was a really gentle man. It was quite early in the morning, and I was really touched to meet him for the very first time, having learned his tunes and having heard about him. And he gave me a couple of cassette tapes of him playing his compositions. So that's a lovely memory to have, and I'll treasure that, I suppose, for many years. So I'm going to play one of his tunes called The Old Road to Charlestown today. And Charlestown would be the largest town, I suppose, in the hinterland of where Brendan grew up. And I first heard this tune back probably in the late 90s from some great musicians that I grew up with, Sligo and Leitrim musicians, Damien O'Brien, June McCormack, Oliver Loughlin and Kevin Breheny recorded this tune on an album called Sheena back in the late 90s, and it's called The Old Road to Charlestown. So I'm going to try it for you now, and then we'll play it, as always, we'll play it a little bit slower towards the end. Hi to Mary Conboy there over in Ballintor, Michael McCabe, Ciara, Ty, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And I should remind you as well that my wife Samantha Harvey and myself will be doing a live 30-minute concert tomorrow as part of Culture Ireland's Ireland Performs series. So there's been great stuff going on every day, a couple of shows every day, last week and this week, and I got to tune in to quite a few of them myself. So Samantha and myself will be on at 6:30 Irish times in the evening, not in the morning, thank goodness, tomorrow evening. So anyhow, we'll remind you about that again tomorrow. So here's The Old Road to Charlestown reel, composed by Brendan Tonra. Now that's the old road to Charlestown there. I see Dave Munley tuning in there from Mayo. How's it going, Dave? Good to see you on. And we'll play that one for you too. A great Mayo man as well. So this was a composition, as I said, of Brendan Tonra, a man who lived a lot of his life in Boston. And actually one of the musicians who probably was responsible for making Brendan's tunes quite popular as well was Seamus Connolly, the mighty fiddle player from Clare, who also lived for a long time in Boston. And Seamus has actually recorded a couple of Brendan Tonra's tunes over the years, including Corrigan Rua, Beautiful Reel, and the jig The Man in the Bog. So that's another source if you want to go and listen to some of Brendan's tunes. He's a very popular jig as well called Tonra's Jig, or some people pronounce Tonra's Jig. That's probably his most well-known composition. So another great composer. We're so lucky to have so many people writing great tunes over the years, and still people writing great tunes, and it's a very important part, as you all know, of keeping the tradition alive. So that's our tune for today. I see Pax O'Fuelan there tuning in, a fantastic musician from down the south in Waterford. So good to see you. Pax always playing mighty music as well. So I'm going to go back over this tune one more time. So I'll play it a little bit slowly at the beginning, and some of you might have noticed I'm playing it in the key of C, which is fairly nice on the fiddle. But I've also heard the tune played in D as well, and it's pretty nice in both keys. So I'll play it again a couple of more times to finish up. And thanks a million again for tuning in, and definitely encourage you to look up some of Brendan Tonra's music. He had a very good way of constructing tunes, and definitely one of the composers from this area that has added a lot to our music. So thank you, Declan Folan there, great fiddle player. Good to see you, Declan. I was watching a great couple of reels that you put up online yesterday, and so much to listen to. Isn't it amazing? We've never had more time to listen to music, and it's great that so many people are putting up such beautiful music and keeping us all entertained and stimulated and all that sort of thing. So thank you everybody who's listening in every day and tuning in from Ireland and all over the world. And as I mentioned earlier, we'd love to see you tune in for Samantha Harvey and myself tomorrow. We'll be going live at 6:30 on Facebook Live. That'll be going on my own Facebook page, which the handle is Oisin Fiddle, and we'll be going live for 30 minutes at 6:30, and we're promising to have to be drinking some strong, good coffee as well during that. But you don't have to only drink coffee. If you have something a little bit stronger in the house, that's okay too. So we'll see you hopefully tomorrow. We'll finish off with the old road to Charlestown again. All the best. right, enjoy the day. Thanks very much, everybody.